I am 7 years in marriage and I would just like to give out my insights on marriage. But before we start, let me start by asking you something. Why is it that marriage, something that should bring joy and companionship, feels like an impossible dream for many Nigerian men and women today? Is it because we are truly not finding the right person? Or is it because we have made the idea of marriage complicated, so burdened by unrealistic expectations? Maybe that's why we have lost sight of what truly matters. Let us think about this. How much of your idea of marriage is based on what you want, and how much is shaped by what society, Instagram, or Nollywood tells you it should look like? Are we chasing love, or are we chasing a lifestyle? Are we building a partnership, or are we just trying to impress the world around us? The truth is, many of us are struggling because we have allowed the Western idea of marriage to take over, forgetting that it doesn't align with our African way of life. In African culture, marriage has always been about partnership, about knowing each other's strengths and working together. But today, we have confused equality with sameness. That means we are the same. Let's be clear. Equality doesn't mean men and women have to be the same. It means understanding that the man has his masculine role and the woman has her feminine role. It's not about one person bearing all the responsibility. Some people would think masculinity should mean today, if it's not toxic, you must be providing every single thing. I think it's also about thinking, planning, and building together. So why are we fighting over who's the boss instead of focusing on how can we complement each other? Another thing, how many of us truly understand respect? Respect isn't just about submission or dominance. It's about valuing each other, listening and supporting each other's dreams without turning marriage into a competition, which it has become in today's society. So ask yourself, when you think about marriage, do you see it as a partnership or a power struggle, which most women and men have issues with today? And then there is this obsession with location. Everyone wants to live the dream of life in Lagos, in the high road neighbors of Ikoyi or Lekki. But let's be honest, can you afford it? Can your partner afford it? Or are you just using marriage as a ticket to a lifestyle you can't sustain on your own? Why not think beyond Lagos? Why not look at other states, smaller cities where you can build together, where the cost of living isn't crushing your dreams before they even start? Let's talk about solutions. What can women do to find a good man? Let's be clear about our values. Number one, know what you want in a partner beyond the superficial. Look for integrity, ambition, and emotional maturity, and in addition, more of someone who has vision. Number two, let's look at the aspect of expanding your environment. Stop limiting yourself to a specific city or cycle. Good men exist outside the places you are used to. Thirdly, you can develop yourself. A good man will look for a woman who has her own sense of purpose and is constantly growing. This doesn't mean a woman who has the mentality of I am strong and independent. Fourthly, maybe you learn to communicate with respect. Men value women who can express their thoughts without being combative or disrespectful, which is one of the things that is mostly missing in today's society. So when I speak to most women, I always try to listen to them to a certain extent, and I realize that some of them in today's relationship, most of them do not have respect, and they think that one has to be big or have a fame or something before you can be given respect. Lastly, on that particular place, we have to focus on compatibility, not perfection. A good man isn't perfect, but is willing to grow with you. And now let's focus on the aspect of men. Here are 5 ways I would say a man, a woman, or of respect, dignity, and integrity would be able to, look your way. Number 1, be the man you want to attract. Women of quality are drawn to men who have vision, character, and a sense of responsibility. Secondly, respect women genuinely. If you want a respect partner or a respectful partner, you have to lead by example. Thirdly, you look beyond physical beauty. While attraction is important, a lasting relationship requires a woman with depth and values. Fourthly, build your emotional intelligence. Women appreciate men who can understand and support their emotions. And then, position yourself in the right spaces. Attend events, probably engage in activities which I can go in and out, and we can talk about all these things. And be in a place where like-minded quality women are present. For me, I would say marriage is not about any other thing but more of compatibility, not just chemistry, which most people focus on. It's about knowing yourself so well that you can recognize the person who fits into your vision for life. Let's not forget, the emotional energy you bring into your relationship will determine its success. And this is the reason why when I speak most times in English. Nobody say I know if you talk broken. It's basically because I am giving a vibe and an energy, and I understand where the broken. I'm not saying pidgin is a negative thing. I'm saying I use it deliberately so that I can harness the words I want to say in a language where some people might not find it offensive. Now, I might not be perfect, but I also believe that it's about not just yourself so well that you can recognize the person who fits into your vision for life. I think we also have to look at it that if you're chasing marriage for wrong reasons, be it status, location, or societal pressure, you are setting yourself up for frustration. So here's the truth. Marriage isn't for everyone, but for those who desire it, it's a partnership that requires truth, humility, and shared purpose. We need to stop lying to ourselves, stop living for the outside world, and start building relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. This conversation for me doesn't end here. Next time we will dive deeper into how cultural shifts and external influences have affected our idea of love and commitment, and how we can reclaim what truly works for us as Nigerians. For now, let's reflect. Are we building for the long term, or are we just trying to look good for the short term? Because the choice you make today will shape the future you build tomorrow. If you want to be part of this subject that I would like to be revisiting, maybe by weekend, I would like you to chat me or private chat me. We can create a little bit of group and we can talk extensively. I don't like doing what do they call them, dating, matchmaking, and the rest of it, but I can give you a few tips. I've been 7 years in marriage, and I've been with my wife for 10 years right now, a decade. So it is possible to make relationship work if we do the work and if we have the right information to make things work fine. Do not forget, I am the man of thought, aka the villain of truth, aka the Black Panther of Nigeria. Hope to see you in the next one.